back to the peninsulas. As you probably have noticed, I fell off the bandwagon, but was then consecutively run over by other bandwagons in the caravan before I could jump back on. So between holidays and Christmas travels and all this stuff, getting behind, catching up, yeah. So I'm back, and I wanted to share with you the rabbits. So this is episode 2, Attack of the Rabbits. However, they're very, very sweet, and we're very excited to have them. But I'll just introduce you to them and go ahead and tell you their names. Had them about a week, so we're really excited, and they're so sweet. So yeah, I'm excited to introduce you to the rabbits. It's a little cold today, so the barn is going to stay mostly closed because it's not just cold, it's windy. So in my rabbit setup video, I put the rabbits on this side, and fortunately it rained really hard, and we found out that the barn roof leaks when it significantly rains, and rain drips through the floorboards here, and the rabbit cages were wet. So I haven't really showed you guys the roof of the barn, but this side of the barn has a good metal roof on it, and for some reason the previous owners didn't replace all of them, so I had to move the rabbit cages to this side. Didn't take quite as long. And this is Phoebe. She's our youngest one. She's about 9 weeks old. They're all very sweet. They have a little extra hay in their cages right now because hi, sweet girl. It was very cold, so I wanted to give them something to kind of she's very sweet. They all love their pets. Our buck is the one who's a little bit more not interested. Well, he's interested in pets, but he's just not quite as sure about them right now. This is Phoebe. She's about 9 weeks old, so these are Champagne d'Argents. I chose a heritage breed for many reasons, but they're good for fur as well as meat. But I really fell in love with these ones as I was researching rabbit breeds, because I really like the idea of heritage breeds and kind of sticking with original. Same with chickens. If I ever get into meat chickens, I would do some dual purpose heritage breeds. Hi, this is Ashta. She's about 4 months old. She's, as you can see, lost most of the black except for on her nose. Hi, girl. So she's a sweetheart too, but she's a little older than Phoebe, and yeah, but they're all very sweet and all love their pets. Yes. We've taken them out and held them once, so we're trying to kind of transition them very slowly, allowing them to just get kind of used to being here, transitioning to their feed. Phoebe gets excited every time I come out and runs around, has the zoomies. I've already realized a couple of mistakes that I've made with cages, which is okay, because my original plan was to start with these ones and then transition over to some better quality ones. And after seeing actual size of the rabbits, I'm gonna get some bigger ones for when they have litters. So are you excited, Phoebe? What's so exciting? Yeah, what is it? You want more pets? You're just excited about life? Yes. Yeah, so they get pretty excited about life. She does. She's the, gotta make sure she's not trying to climb out while I'm opening the door. What? What is it? What is it? Was I not paying enough attention to you? Was that what it was? So Champagne d'Argents are born totally black, and then they transition to a beautiful gray silver. So that's kind of a fun fact about them that I thought was a really cool factor of them. Contributing to my choice is color. Similar colors across the board, hoping to make it easier on my children. Dexter's going to run around too. And this is the buck, Dexter. Another mistake I found with the cages is the water bowls. I don't want to do water bottles when it's really cold, but these water bowls do not allow for, hey bud, how's it going? I know my gloves are stinky. Sorry. This is Dexter. Yeah, the water bowls don't allow for the water to stay in, and so we end up with some icicles for right now, but he still has water, so that's good. I come out several times a day when it's really, really cold, and I refill it, so yeah. And that's Dexter. So they're gonna chill here for a couple months, getting used to everything. They're really settling in very, very well. They're already just kind of just being bunnies, doing their thing. So we're excited to have them. In addition, as you can see, for the last touches that I didn't record, I got the J feeders. Other mistake, the J feeders I bought were too big. These are more for grow out size, which is fine because these cages are going to end up being more for the grow outs than for the breeders. We're going to get better cages, probably build them ourselves from rabbit wire and baby saver wire on the bottom and stuff to keep everybody happy, healthy, and safe. The J feeders will be big enough for any grow out, so that's fine. And then I'm planning to move the chickens out, but for now I don't want the chickens on top pooping on our bunnies, obviously, because that would be sad. And so I zip tied up the wire, I guess plastic fencing to keep the chickens off the rabbits, which is great. Are you having fun, Dexter? So this is our rabbits. I know I go back and forth, but some of the reasons why I picked champagnes was because they're heritage breed. I like their colors. They're very soft. I like the idea of being able to work towards maintaining breeds that are more rare and kind of maybe dying out. I know these ones aren't dying out anymore, but they're still on the list for the livestock conservancy list. I also kind of like the idea of keeping a breed going that's a little bit more rare. I know that's not as common for champagnes to be, I guess, livestock breeds for meat. They're a little bit less common than, say, your New Zealand's and your Californians, but and they are very well known for being sweet and gentle, being a good growth rates and size. I was able to find a breeder who is breeding for things that I was looking for, kind of a thrifty phenotype where they grow well on 16% rabbit feed, and she breeds for kind of good size, not too fast of growth, so show quality stock as well. They're pedigreed, so if I ever want to be able to get into that showing or whatever, I'll be able to keep up with that through their pedigrees. She's a very knowledgeable breeder. She absolutely just gave me so much information, and she's been doing it for quite a few years, so I was confident in her abilities and was just very impressed by her knowledge base and her practices. So very happy with that selection. Drove a little bit to get them. I'll share some pictures of them in the car. Their first long distance ride. But yeah, so this is our exciting attack of the bunnies, attack of the sweetest bunnies. So we'll keep you guys updated on that. On a different note, I think that these are actually black Morans, totally random, but we bought them and didn't know what kind of chickens they were because farm supply stores, that's one of their traits is, we think it's this, but it could be that. So I'm pretty sure these are black copper Morans. We're not sure 100% because we're not getting any dark chocolate eggs yet, but we are getting eggs, so that's exciting. Maybe we can look back here and see if we have any eggs. They like to lay eggs in the back here. So we have the Australorps and no eggs yet. So we'll take a quick jaunt outside to check on the quail. They are out here in the cold. It's a little windy. We had a great spell of warmness over the Christmas. We lost all of our snow over Christmas, and then as you can see, it came back. I prefer the winter with snow. I don't like the rain and the mud, and I am ready for spring. My heart and my mind are ready for spring. My to-do list is definitely not ready for spring. Still need to start seeds, set all that up. So stay tuned for videos on seed starting setup. So real quick, I'm gonna turn the camera around. I did manage over the little warm spell to be able to clean out the quail. I just came out here and gave them some fresh water so their water's not frozen. Good morning again. This one's my favorite hens. She has such pretty coloring, but they're staying huddled in their little spots. Finally got the rubber bowls. They're so much easier to dump out for ice. But I managed to clean out over the warm spell and give them fresh straw, add an extra layer. Here they are, just chilling. Don't know why they prefer the corners, but hi little princess, what you picking at? But I know Laura mentioned that seem to like the cold. Mine do pretty well in the cold. I have to say I'm thoroughly impressed with their tiny body's abilities to just kind of hang in there. I think I only found one shivering when it was probably like 2 degrees out here, but I found her and she's in the corner right over here where all the snow is at, and I shoot her back like, you're not being very smart right now. So, and she seemed to be fine. Haven't lost any to the cold. Yeah, they're just hardy little birds, which is very impressive. But I guess if you think about the sparrows and stuff too, they kind of hang in there too. So that's the outdoor update for now, and the introduction to our exciting rabbit adventure. So